In personal growth news.
I always want to grow.
Why are you staring?
I don't know. He forgot he left the cake in the oven.
Personal growth news.
He forgot he left the cake in the oven.
Personal growth news.
Go, dude, read it.
All right, dude. I'm just throwing it out there. Submitted by Love from Vegas.
Oh, I love you too, Vegas. Oh.
That was the most fun Vegas trip I've ever had.
And you always go, but you don't have that much fun, huh? It's always the people, never the place. But then sometimes I could go to Vegas alone, maybe, and have a blast too.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know if I'd do that.
Yeah, I get it.
Especially if you're single.
That's almost like degenerate stuff, like drinking alone.
Yeah.
And just going to Vegas alone. It's like, whoa.
I went to play poker in Vegas with my friends, and I probably pulled like a 24-hour session just by myself at the same table.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh,
Vegas will suck you
shit.
It'll suck you in. You don't even know what time it is.
Did you get food delivered there? Well, you can just eat. Hell yeah, that's the best.
You could eat there.
Take a shit
The
there.
bathroom's right there. Yeah, it's the best.
Order a massage.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
best.
You could play and they're like they're fucking working on you.
That's true.
Poker players are the original gamers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
This is the age when your self-esteem is the highest.
Tell me more.
right now?
Is it? I bet you it's like 75.
Oh.
Because by that time, you know who the fuck you are. You don't give a fuck. And all the naked dudes in the locker room that don't give a damn are always the seniors. Dick dangling and all that shit. They don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah, because you don't have to give a shit about what you look like. what
Yeah,
wear,
you
can do
know
whatever the
you're.
fuck.
You don't give a fuck.
I can go out and scream at a tree and no one would give a fuck. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
They're about to die. They say it as it is.
Yeah, so the age is 60.
There you go.
Same.
That's
I think it's
the
safe.
age when your self-esteem is the highest.
That's why there's so many
60.
60-year-olds at nudist beaches, man.
Damn. Why you gotta wait so long? Why can't it happen
halfway.
sooner?
I feel like it takes that much time though to
That's
just
wild.
be okay. Because also it's at that age too where you start thinking about death. Because right now, like death isn't around the corner for us. We're not thinking about it. We're like
My
invincible.
mom does. And she's,
And she's around 60,
she's
right?
like 65,
Yeah.
67.
Yeah, it's sad.
So then it's like I think you go two ways. It's like one, you either get obsessed with it, or the other way, you're just like, I don't give a fuck. I'ma just say you know what? I'ma just live free now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so cocky at 60. Cause I'm gonna just be like, I got 60 years worth of information in my brain. Everyone's retarded. Compared to me, I'm like the biggest hard drive around.
That's
that still
super
works.
30-year-old thing to say, bro.
Huh?
That's super 30-year-old thing to say.
A super 30-year-old?
Yeah.
What's
Just
super
say
30?
that. You.
It's super.
That's a super.
30.
To say.
Oh!
Because the 6-year-old's not being a dick to everybody else. See, he's already beyond that.
What did
He's
you?
already
You thought
beyond
you were
that.
like a super 30-year-old?
No, I didn't know. I thought super 30 was a
Matt
term. It was like a term or something.
Yeah, see, they don't think that way at 60. I think they're so wise they're accepting. And you can't even see it.
Nah, there's some 60-year-olds that are dicks, and that's probably gonna be me.
Yeah, so let's talk about self-esteem here. So they're
Let's
saying
talk about
that
it.
first, it starts. So self-esteem begins to rise between the ages of 4 and 11 as children are developing.
It starts to what?
Rise.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, and then like they start to gain some sort of some sort of sense of independence. Then the levels seem to plateau but not decline
Puberty's a bitch.
as the teenage years begin from ages 11 to 15, surprisingly. So then they're also saying that
People are the
Self-esteem-
lowest.
no, self-esteem appears to hold us steady until mid-adolescence. After that, there's a lull, like self-esteem seems to increase substantially until the age 30. Then more gradually throughout middle adulthood before peaking at around age 60 and remaining stable until age 70. After that period,
So it never drops. It just kind of goes like this.
Puberty.
well, this is when it starts dropping. So then they're saying that people will start having a decline in self-esteem around 70.
Which makes sense, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah, and then
Because they got big ass ears and they're self-conscious of it.
it becomes way more significant around the age 90. So they're saying that old age frequently involves loss of social roles.
Oh, they're a burden now.
Yeah, because think about it. Most people retire at around 70, so your sense of purpose, who you are,
Your friends are dying.
your friends are, yeah.
Body's not
Your
working.
body's
Someone
not
has to take care of
someone,
you.
you just self-control is like, you
Yeah.
don't, you can't do it.
You're
you
a
can't
burden
control
now.
yourself.
You feel like a burden to your people.
You're like a smart ass baby, and no one thinks you're cute.
Just kill me at 70.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
No, but that's just most people though, right? Because fucking Stan Lee is like 150 or some shit.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, I think he's in his 90s.
Yeah.
And that fool looks like he's still in his 70s or some shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it all
He has
depends.
great purpose.
Because he has
95.
purpose. He is a somebody.
95.
Yeah. Like, so this is for most people. Like, if you are somebody, like Stan Lee,
Yeah.
people know you. People want to
Betty
talk
White?
to you. Betty
I
White.
love
her.
her. How old is she? I don't think
She
she's
passed
that
away,
old.
didn't she?
No, don't you fucking
Don't
dare.
say that.
Jesus Christ, Betty, if you're
Oh
out there.
shit, she's 96.
Yeah,
Damn.
She looks great.
it's wonderful.
Yup. And I think that shit just keeps you going. And genetics, of course,
Yeah.
but yeah.
That's why old people, they still want to keep working when they don't have to.
Yeah, they'll do something
They need
random.
a sense of purpose. They want to feel like they're self-sufficient. They don't want to be anyone's burden.
My mom's still trying to take care of me and shit. It's ridiculous.
Like what? What does she do?
Like every time we see each other, like she wants to pay for things. She wants to like be my mom and like
Let her.
take care and
She
all that.
What do you mean?
Be my mom and like kind of like baby me. You know what I mean? Like get me things and whatever. Like I'll just be like, oh, man, I'm kind of thirsty. I'll get the water. You know what I mean? Like damn, dude.
I take advantage
Do you
of that
let
when I
her or
visit.
do you fight it?
No, 100%. I miss it too.
Yeah.
My mom tries to pay for the bill. I'm like, bitch, we give you allowance. This is my money. And she goes, but I still want to pay for it. It makes me feel good. I'm like, fine.
I turn into a fucking 8-year-old when I go visit my dad. I yell at my mom, like, feed me or else I'm gonna call CPS.
Oh, like literally you turn into an 8-year-old.
Start shitting yourself.
I'm yelling all the time.
Ew, cooties everywhere. There's cooties.
I start yelling. I'm like, Mom, I'm hungry. Please feed me or I'm gonna call CPS on you. How dare you not feed me? Like, I turn into a fucking idiot when I'm around my parents. It's great.
Yeah, but another reason why they're saying that self-esteem peaks around age 60 is because at that point, you know, you've already had an established life, like your established career. You're already helping your children become responsible adults. Like you're just like, you know, at the peak of your civil or your social roles, and that just it's more self-fulfilling. So you have.
That makes sense. I
That
think
does make sense.
typically people make the most money around their 50s and 60s. Like that's
You got shit lined up.
yeah, you're like at the peak of your careers. I mean, if you did life right, you know what I mean? Like you're at higher positions. If you think about like the executive board, like these are guys in their like 60s.
Yeah.
So that's when they're like making the most and they're on top of the world and they're actually the rulers of the planet.
I wonder how different it was through different times. Because that's super modern time that you're 60, your kid's 30 or 40, and they have kids, and you're like building that family or whatever. But like, that's probably different 300 years ago.
Maybe.
Like your jobs, like you said, like I agree, like you make the most amount of money there, but like you're pretty useless probably at like 50 back in the day. Like you're not mowing the lawns and fucking
You live at home?
farming. Yeah, you're not farming. Mm-hmm. I actually just went on a tour, a Salem Witch tour, beside the point, but the height thing is wrong. Like people weren't that much shorter that recently,
yeah?
and they didn't die that much quicker either.
Oh.
Yeah, well, the
Like people in the 1600s still lived to 80.
yeah, the death statistic is basically when you take a whole population and then you make a median age.
Yeah, more babies died.
That's why
babies
there was
Oh, they
so
don't
many.
survive, got
There's
it.
so much mortality in adolescence.
Yeah.
So then, like, oh, there's some, and then you crunch that number down. That's what happens.
But like if you live like past babyhood and like past like
Yeah.
some AIDS or something, you're still making it till 60, 70, 80.
yeah, but then when antibiotics came around, that's when we just started surviving much longer.
Yeah.
Or more people started surviving.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was.
And then fossil fuel, like,
Yeah.
and then oil. That shit blew up our people, like, from 1 billion to like 7 billion.
God, the olden days suck so bad before, like, I can't imagine living in the what is it?
Renaissance? Like 1600s, 1500s.
No, dog, like, everyone's probably dying of everything.
Nah, you just writing poetry, writing
Every time I
poetry
think
and
about
shit.
that era, I always think of like
The Dark Ages.
The Dark Age is what I'm thinking about. Yeah.
The Dark Age, yeah, the
Fuck
Black
that
Plague,
shit,
yeah.
yeah.
But then right
Holy
before
shit.
that, you know what I mean? The fucking Roman Empire was pretty sweet.
That sounds nice. A little bit of wine, a little bit of partying.
If you were rich,
Gladiator. What do you think I would have been back then?
and
You
if you
know?
were peasants, you were fucked.
But no matter how rich you were, you probably still stunk.
No, I'm just sipping wine, watching Gladiator.
They bathed all the time in Rome.
Yeah.
Well, did they have soap?
No, they invented aqueducts and shit. I'm sure they had soap.
Oh no, I think it was.
I think they used
Egyptians.
olive oil.
I think Egyptians had milk baths.
Egyptians are on next level though.
Like a cereal, like a human cereal.
Human cereal.
Human cereal.
A what bath? Milk what?
Your skin flakes.
Yeah.
Ew.
Oh.
No, milk's probably moisturizing. A little bit of fat.
Yeah, but everyone ate like cleaner food too, like so they probably didn't stink as bad.
Yeah,
and shit.
Mediterranean diet.
Yep.
A little bit of fish.
Vegetables.
Fuck, I love olives.
And if everybody
Yes.
stank together,
Yeah, you like olives
I
too?
love it.
Same.
I like the green olives.
Same. I like any olive.
I like all olives too.
It's called the Castellano olive or some shit like that. It's the green one, not the black one.
We are all very hungry, if you can't tell.
I was surprised that the self-esteem didn't drop during junior high. Like I thought it would decrease.
Well, no, maybe for some, but then I think a lot of people in their teenage years, they think that they know everything.
Well, how do you even rank self-esteem? If you ask me 1 out of 10, like if I'm super self-conscious, I'll probably be like, yeah, I'm a 9. Like, what are you gonna say? Like, I'm a 1.
Everyone's like, Mike, you're not a 9, shut up.
Yeah. What are you gonna say?
Yeah, I don't know.
So I do remember a point in time where I felt like had the lowest confidence. It
Yeah.
was probably like 5th, 6th, 7th grade or something.
Me too. It was like later junior, like 8th grade to like high school.
I was gonna
years.
say freshman year, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, freshman year you come in and you're like the smallest, youngest kid. You're a fucking dweeb. You don't really look like an adult. And you see what seniors look like, and seniors look like they should be in college or some shit. And they're just like, man, I'm like the fucking bottom of the totem pole here. I'm dumb and I'm young and I'm retarded and I'm like,
And I feel like self-esteem comes like in and out. You know what I mean? Like you just go through waves of it, just like being sick or depression or whatever. Like it goes high and low and high and low.
Yeah, I go to the waves even now.
Yeah. Like sometimes you just look in the mirror and you feel like a little bitch today and you can't do nothing right. And then sometimes you look at it and you're like,
Yeah.
man, what the hell? You know?
Yeah, I do get like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's really rare that people have prolonged high or low self-esteem, because if you look at the spectrum of like what is extreme self-esteem, then it ends up being like too high to the point where you're delusional.
Yeah,
And
narcissist.
yeah, and you're weird. Yeah. Or like if it's too low, then you're just like fucking manic depressed or whatever. So I think people are just always shifting.